Yeah, it's Monday morning, and well, this is Monday morning, and uh, I kind of a little bummed because I put up that really good Global Toast movie, and really only Patricia liked it, and she's kind of worked for me. It really, the truth is nobody liked it, but I mean, what's gonna happen? I've been thinking about it, and probably we should work on digging one well. Like, I mean, there's probably about 10%. Like, if there's a billion people left, there's probably about 10% of them where it's quite easy to provide water, like rainy places, rooftop catchment, or riverside shallow wells. But I don't know. It's like those 10% are kind of the low hanging fruit, but they can be done by whoever. I think there's one or two agencies focused on them. So we're talking about the hard problems like digging wells in dry places. We have to go like 3,000 feet deep. It's gonna cost some money, but I think we should get one project and take it on, like dig one well. That'd be cool. Cause that's probably doable. I can't, like I dug a well at my ranch. It cost me a lot of money, but I think these are a little bit cheaper. And I dug three holes, but only one had good water, so two were dry. That's like, why wouldn't that imaging be there? That's kind of bizarre. There isn't good imaging for that problem. Because really, it's something we could probably do with radar or something. Like, get a picture of the underground. That's an interesting problem. I wonder what the story is there. I mean, like, if it's about studying this problem, we might need underground pictures of all those places to see where wells are easier and harder. Because probably, 10 or 20% of the wells are quite easy. I mean, 30% of this problem then gets peeled off, and there's only that 70%. I mean, let's face it, that last 70% is quite hard. Those people have difficult sources of water to deal with, and we have to deal with them. And so it's a problem of well digging, and it's a problem of, I don't know what else. Some like mist catchment in Peru is like there's good fog that blows off the ocean every day, but it's really dry. So putting up some kind of mist catcher and catching that mist into water is quite a thing. I don't know if that's a future direction. I mean, this is a hard problem, but it's probably solvable. I mean, near those dry places, there's probably already places with good wells. It's largely just because these people are some of the poorest people in the world, and you know, providing basic infrastructure is actually quite difficult. Anyway, we're not talking about global toast today. It's Monday. We're talking about the fact I have to go to fitness in like 2 hours. That would be great. I haven't been there for like a month and a half or something because I was in the hospital and then I had C. difficile. But now I can finally go to exercise and not be contagious or something. It used to be I was thinking I might be contagious. Some of those guys are quite weak. I want to take my phone to exercise. I'll ask them today, and if they say yes, then maybe I could make a movie there next time. There's like 8 or 10 guys in the class and one girl, and they've all got like, well, no, 3 of them have MS, like me, and a bunch of them, like, when you're old and you have a stroke, you have a neurological problem. So that's, some are just old, really. But, you know, I don't actually know what some of those guys have. Heart attack stuff and whatever. But it's just good to stay active. I mean, there's an argument that physical therapists have more to do with getting better than doctors, because I mean the doctor stuff gets old, but the physical therapy stuff is keep going on. Like, exercising is really super doable and important. I've definitely got a lot of work to do, like putting up my arms and lifting up my legs. Oh, you can't tell I do that. It's all muscles. It's like the muscles in your body all have to fire. And probably if they're not used for months and months, then they just don't fire. I've been trying to think of what people would actually want from a blogger in this age. And I don't totally know. It's like, yeah, it'd be cool to watch a blog that makes you laugh and a blog that teaches you things. I mean, that's kind of the interesting thing about YouTube. It's just how popular technical information is. Like, people really want to know about technical stuff. But I don't even have a camera. I'm just kind of out of loop right now. And the writing software, I think that's an important future direction, is writing software. But I mean, a huge percentage of the design is architectural. The actual figuring out of how to do it is maybe someone else's job. I just want to really clearly define what is to be done. I mean, is it a cell phone app? Why do we want them? I never use telephone apps. Yes, I do. I use a couple like Facebook and the bank, and actually my bank one I had to delete because I need room to do those first blogs. But now I've messed myself up because the new one I downloaded doesn't work. The password doesn't go in. So I gotta work on that. What is on? So I'd like, I'd really, if my goal is kind of to figure out good ways for my viewers to make money, probably it's the VR stores. I mean, I had lots of ideas about that. I mean, it's not about just going to the local store and, putting it up on web. It's about going to the special store in your town that, you know, in Germany it'll be Lederhosen, and in Squamish where I live, it'll be Indian art where the Indians made the cool art. And each place has a little unique story. And that's the stores that I think should be done first. Because, we're dealing with an international market here. We're talking to people all over the world. So they don't want you to go to 7-Eleven because they have a 7-Eleven in their yard place too. I mean, 7-Elevens everywhere. And then what happened? The idea is to go to the unique store in your town and make a panorama and then photograph all the individual objects that are for sale and make them draggable off the shelves. That's kind of it. I mean, there's probably a large art form to be explored, but I don't really totally know it. I mean, and then this little shopping basket at the bottom. I did that part where you drag objects into the shopping basket and the price increments correctly. And that's that's doable. I mean, right now, what's doable is if I do it in Flash. But the problem is, Apple's gonna kill Flash. There's a lot of anti-Flash sentiment going on. Probably because Apple has the technology they want to compete with Flash. But if they're gonna kill things, they should probably bring to life their own thing. Because right now we're just at a crossroads. It's annoying. I don't know what format to use. I mean, maybe I should use like JavaScript or something. That's cross-platform and available, but it's not on everyone's machine. It's not on my machines out here, I don't think. But it is fairly good. Like Java's fast enough to do this. Anyway, so let's say we chose a medium, then we can build a store, and then the price can be added up, and then it's got a link to an HTML page because all that other part is HTML, like all the the paying for things and stuff. I mean, I decided that the credit card stuff could be done in the movie, but really, it would be fun to do HTML. And we'll hold it. So let's go back to my business model. It was greedy as heck in a way. What I was trying to do was charge the store 3%. So every product they sell, 3% comes to the photographer and to me, to the software guy. But I mean, probably the software stuff should just be sold at a high price that gets paid off slowly and then stops. Because I was pretty in the idea that I could keep my percentage, but that's not very possible. I mean, the guy who wrote the software should be able to be bought out, and that's the end of it. I was kind of hoping to take a percentage of all storage sales. That's why I decided this was the way for me to make money. But then I just gave up. I mean, e-commerce is kind of boring. That's a problem. You end up looking in the mirror one day and going, Jesus, spend the day, doing something so trivial. Putting wrappers on. Dealing with the packaging problems. That's big. I mean, packaging is really annoying thing. But anyway, so then you're a photographer and you live in a small town and you've done the good store, the one that has an international market, and then you start out like you do a few restaurants so people can just go on the web and order food, and then it gets picked up by a delivery service and brought to their house, and then we have virtual shopping. Do we have vertical exercise class? Do we have virtual video games? I mean, really, if the first things that get done are things like skiing and bowling, they're already done. They're in video game world. I mean, graphically, we're all a little different. Like a photographed store and an OpenGL model are rapidly getting closer. I mean, maybe the way this photography is done isn't a virtual panorama. It's a bunch of shots directly onto faces that make an OpenGL model. I mean, certainly that makes it easier to look at objects from all sides. I think, like, sure, when you pick up a piece of clothing or something, you should be able to look at it off the side. But, the roof, the store and stuff, the floor, don't have to be 3D objects. They can just be a photograph. Even the walls of the store, no, because things are on those shelves that run down the side, and they all have to be able to be picked up and looked at from all directions. But that may be where it should go from a 3D model to a photograph. That's an interesting one. What letter should I use this time? I'm thinking about using C.